Whoa, last time I made this Jupiter creator right over there, and it's not as efficient as I like it to be. I mean, it gets the job done, but it doesn't bring enough money. Well, to be fair, I've only recently just had it and I haven't really opened a full day. Either way, I think it's important to make money. So today's goal is to make a steel gear factory thingy. And I'm gonna try to make it as compact as possible and as efficient as always. With that being said though, we first have to unlock it. So let's unlock some of this stuff. Okay, while that's going, I've actually got a plan in mind. So first of all, let's actually get down all the stuff we're gonna need and how it's gonna work. Just kidding, because we first have to see how much money we've lost throughout the day. I'm telling you, we're not making enough money as we want. Okay, well, we made 60 in quests, but that really doesn't count. We wouldn't have 60 silver. We'd only have this. I guess we made some profit, but not enough. Okay, so in order to make gears, we need this thing right here, which can only be placed in a heating place. So let's put this furnace down for now and see what this actually needs. Okay, so we need 15 iron per minute, and we also need coke powder. So in theory, we're also gonna need another furnace, which is gonna have this down, and this only gives us 10, but this thing gives us 11 iron per minute. So in theory, we should be fine only running one. And we also need coke powder, so we're gonna need another one of these, which is gonna have this. Okay, so it gives us 10 per minute, and in order to make coke powder, we also need a grinder. I basically know the layout of what it's gonna need. So let me just walk y'all through this one more time. Not only for y'all's sake, but for my sake to understand it fully. Because I don't know. I may seem like I know everything. I don't. I learned with y'all, you know? Sometimes I cut it out though. Takes me a while. Oh, right. There's also another step I completely forgot, which is actually making the gears, and hopefully it doesn't require that much steel. Yes. Okay, here's the final walkthrough. So if we want to be making 3.8 steel gears per minute, we're gonna need one of these, and we need 15 coke powder and 15 iron, which 10 of the iron is gonna be taken care of by its byproduct that it makes, and this is gonna make 10, so we're gonna have a 5 extra. Maybe I'll add a chest somewhere to keep that 5 so it doesn't stop working. But it also requires coke powder, which coke powder is made from coal being burned up and then crushed or grinded into 5 coke powder. So we're gonna need 2 of these, and I already have a plan to make it work out. So now all that's left is to make it. And you know, I was thinking, since we only require 15 here, I'm gonna use the extra 15 that I'll be making and feed it into the rest of the furnaces, just so it's self-sufficient, I guess. But yeah, let's get started. So to start off, we're gonna need 3 furnaces. So my plan is to have something like this. This is gonna be the one that's gonna be making... Oh wait, let's not make it too close to the edge. We want to have space. So 1, 2, and 3. So I don't have to make it that long. I'm gonna make it like a little square maybe. And here's where we're gonna have the crucibles. And this bottom area is gonna have the conveyor that's gonna bring all the resources in there to feed it power. Okay, whoa, I'm trying to get ahead of myself. Let's just first start with putting the furnace that's gonna have, I mean, not the furnace, the grinder that's gonna have to be fed up here. Okay, so this, once again, sends that in. It's gonna get grinded, and we're gonna need to stack 2 of these. So maybe something like this. And here I'm thinking about using a priority splitter. Features 1 conveyor belt input and 2 conveyor belt outputs. Inputs items are prioritized for the first output. I really don't know what that means. So will this split it evenly? I don't think so. I think it prioritizes the blue line or the yellow line. I'm not really sure, but I think it should work out the same. Once again, I don't know what I'm using these bricks, but like it makes it look a little bit nicer, I think. Let's just put these down, and this is gonna separate them with crushers like that. Now we have to bring 1 down and then 1 over here. No, not over here, because we're also gonna have to make iron like this. And then this one's gonna be for this, not for this, for iron. So okay, let me just make a platform around here, and let me think about how I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I want these 3 grinders to feed this one. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna make these 3 feed this way, be brought down and then fed over there. And we're also going to need chest here just to kickstart it, because after all, once we save this as a blueprint, we won't have any fuel in there. And if we just put the coal here, it's not going to do anything as it is right now. So in theory, this should work. We're just going to have to put fuel in here like so. This is going to feed this, and then all of this is going to work. I'm also going to need some of these here, which is going to be in charge of bringing this down. And we'll stop here for now. So the iron's gonna obviously need to be brought over here, connected there. Ah, I'm starting to see the vision. I see it now. Ooh. Let's go, let's go. Once you see the vision, it's smooth sailing from there. Okay, so this one's gonna merge back in here. That's gonna be the extra iron. Hopefully it comes out through there. And if it doesn't, then I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out. And then over here, we're gonna have this coming down like so. And then we're just gonna have a chest right here, just like that. Oh wait, I completely forgot we're gonna make gears, not only steel ingots. So we need this thing maybe right there. So we're gonna need to expand all of this by one more, and maybe now will fit. Aha. And now I'm just gonna bring it down, and that's practically it. Okay, so we could even move this a little bit farther away, like this, just so it takes the room. Ooh, something else. We also need to figure out how we're gonna get the resource over here. Oh wait, we still haven't connected this. I mean, technically I could just bring it out like this, and then just have a conveyor lift go down. Come on, I got this. Come on, why don't you want to go there? Okay, there we go. Ta-da! That's practically it. We just need to put iron in here, and it should work. Now, how am I gonna get the iron up there? You know, because I want to have it running with the portal things. So let me just go buy some portal sigils and figure out how I'm gonna do this. So if I want to put a portal sigil here and here, how will I do that? You know what, I'm just gonna expand this out a little bit more, just so it's even. And well, it's no longer even here, but it's even with the same square. And I'm gonna have to do this too, just so I'm able to put down the portals. Like so. One there, and okay, so let's put down this. Now my only concern is if the angle's too weird, and it's not. Let's go. Yes, so this should work. Should. And for fun, just do this. Bam. Ooh, that looks clean. Now my only concern with this is that we're gonna have the money coming up through here, and I kind of have the resources coming out the same way. So if I put a chest down here, there we go. It's okay. It looks a little bit off, but what can we do? Now all that's left is to make a blueprint and put it down and watch the gears being made. And yeah, I'm thinking about putting it right here, because if I put it over here and drag this money belt all the way down there, I don't think I'm gonna get any money over there. Let me just make a blueprint real quick and put it down and see it in action to confirm that it actually works. Because imagine it doesn't work and I'm just like, yeah, it works. I did this. Oh yeah, and thank you to High Gaming Bloopers for teaching me a trick that I didn't really know. So if you hit B and then shift and copy the area you want to move, and then hit T, it moves the whole thing. I was just about to make a blueprint of it and delete it again, but then I remember somebody commented that, so thanks a lot. Now it saves me a lot more time. So with that being said, let's actually put it right here. Ta-da! And then all that I need to do is run this conveyor. This, oh no, I put it too close. That's not a problem. Not with our handy dandy trick we have been taught. There we go. Now this should be making steel gears in no time. With that being said, this is not working. I completely forgot that we have to put some fuel in here to give it a kickstart. But yeah, this should be working properly. Good, awesome, efficiently. And yeah, okay. So you know how I said I was finished and how it's done? Well, I lied. There's a major flaw in the thing I made. So this only makes 20 coal per minute. So these need 10 each, which is something I didn't take into account, sadly. So that means I'm going to have to rebuild this somehow. You know what? Just to keep it a little bit simple, I'm just going to put it down here and just bring it up like this. I kind of tried doing a lot of stuff like stacking it on top and it wasn't enough space here. So I kind of just gave up on that. And this is what we end up with. So this is the actual finished product. We have a little bit of empty space here, but what can we do? There's only so much you could do. But yeah, this is it. I'm calling it a day. This is what we ended up with. And it works efficient now. 100% guaranteed. There you have it. We finally are making gears efficiently. Oh, right. I gotta replace this. I didn't do this in the blueprint. So I have to remember to put down a chest here just so the iron collects there and it doesn't stop anything. And you know what? If we really wanted to, we could put down another one just to make steel. But right now, I don't know what we use steel for. I don't think we use it for much. Anyways, this is our steel gear factory. I hope y'all enjoyed. And until next time, this is Bob signing out.